Hello, friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's fantastic. Everything here is great, by the way. Yesterday, I mentioned that I haven't really talked about my kid lately. My oldest. For some of you know this, she recently had a second knee surgery. 2018? 19? 2018. Yeah. She broke her knee. Decided to run cross country, and in like her first or second practice was running and just hyperextended her knee, tore ligaments, broke, chipped her patella and her tibia, I think, and we had to have surgery that like immediately. The doctor that did the work said that she would need to have a follow-up surgery later in life after she was grown. At that time, she wasn't fully grown. He said once her growth plates are fully formed, we'll have to do some reconstruction to make her knee work properly. And he told us at that time that he was fine with her being a couch potato until that happened because it's not going to get better, right? And then, like a year later, he retired. And for a long time, we've been trying to find a doctor to do that follow-up surgery. But we ran into like every doctor we talked to said, "Oh, she doesn't need another surgery. She just needs physical therapy. It's just she's just weak." Okay, and we tried. We went to physical therapy for months and months and months, and it never fixed anything. It never even helped. It did. In fact, it made things worse usually. Last year, we finally went to a new ortho and we talked to him. Same thing. She just needs physical therapy. We were like, listen, we've done this. Like, we've been through this. There's got to be somebody who knows what, you know. And he said, let me try to get you with one of our sports medicine guys. And so we got with a doctor. His name is Dr. Mikuchi, and he is phenomenal. And immediately he looked at her and said, "Yeah, I don't think physical therapy is going to fix this. Like, her kneecap moves all over the place when she's walking. It's not like it's stuck to one side or she, weak quads. It's all over the place." And he said, "That's not right, especially when her right leg is fine. Like, it doesn't do that. It's just her left leg." And he said, "Let's do it. We tried to get all on top of the doctor retiring. The hospital where the procedure was formed no longer exists. The company that bought it shut it down, and they moved all their records to California, and we have been completely unable to get surgical notes. So Dr. Mikuchi has no real clue what kind of surgery this previous doctor was suggesting, but he knows a couple of ways to fix this patella issue. And he said, we can do this and we can do this, and we're gonna try it." So she had her surgery 3 weeks ago. It involved, both times, this was not just an orthoscopic cleanup. This was full open knee fix things. This time was worse than the last. It involved breaking her tibia where the ligament attaches, moving it over, screwing it back in place. It involved grafting or tighten her tendon. It was a lot of work. And so she's been at her mom's house this entire time. She hasn't been able to come over here. She just went to school yesterday for the first time. She was allowed to go to school after her 2-week follow-up. She had her 2-week follow-up last week. She was allowed to go to school after that, but she didn't feel comfortable. She waited until yesterday. She still wasn't sure because stairs are terrible. She has an elevator key. For the first week or so, every time she tried to get up, she would pass out, So she's been really kind of nervous. So I haven't been able to really see her much. I've gone to her mom's house a couple of times and visited with her. But that's weird. That's awkward, right? So I haven't got to see her much. And she's missed last week staying here. She's missing this week staying here. I don't know how long that's going to last. She still has issues, like hygiene issues. Like, she needs help, right? And I can't help her. So it's been it's been really weird without her, right? 2 weeks ago, the youngest was here all week, and it was, the thing is, right now is kind of the time because I wouldn't be here anyway, right? She goes to school, and then in the evening time, we have track and soccer and games and meets, and so it's not like she's missing a whole lot of time, but at the same time, she is. Like, I don't get to see her every day. I don't get to, you know, I don't get to hear her jokes and listen, and we don't get to pick on each other or be sarcastic together, there's something missing, right? And that something is my kid, right? But today she has a dermatology appointment that we scheduled long ago. I had to reschedule it because of the surgery, and she asked me to take her, and I said absolutely. And I'm going to go take her to that, and get to spend a little bit of time together, and hopefully maybe this weekend she can stay some. Like I don't want her to be uncomfortable, but at the same time, I miss my kid. you know. Yeah, it's been weird, but hopefully everything's fine. She got the staples removed last week. She still can't bend it. She's not allowed to put weight on it at all. She starts physical therapy on Thursday. They said it's going to be 4 to 6 months recovery. She's not allowed to put weight on it at all, except for during supervised visits. So during supervised physical therapy, she is allowed to try to bend it, but she says she can't. She says it's too weak and it hurts, and so she's not ready to do that yet. But I'm assuming they'll start that on Thursday. So we'll see. It's going to be a long road to recovery, but hopefully whatever Dr. Mikuchi did is the end of that pain and suffering, because she's been in pain for 4 years now, right? Like, it's just been a constant state of my knee hurts, and I know that feeling very, very well. I have osteoarthritis from the Marines, so anyway, just wanted to update on what was going on there. I don't think we've really talked about it, so there you go. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends, wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know to sound smart is magnum. It is a noun meaning an extra large wine bottle, twice the size of a regular wine bottle, a powerful handgun firing large bullets. We doubted the taste of the event planner when we saw that the tables were filled with distasteful magnums of wines of questionable vintage. Magnum, M-A-G-N-U-M. I like how this book picks out the definitions that it chooses to share, and leaves off the non floofy. I don't know what I'm trying to say.